All right, so I guess bottom game is ready. I guess we can hop into it. Hydrant ran away, but let's get Matt versus Ian started. Good luck, guys.
All right. Oh, the sigh and the quick prayer from Ian, which nothing wrong with that. Whatever helps. Away we go. That stream looking a little on the scuffy side. I hope that won't be an issue with Max Out Club. And Max Out Club's been amazing, because when we first talked about going all online this year, that was going to be the big question: is were we going to look? No offense to Van Dweller, CTM's an amazing do-it-yourself event, but
all offense to Van Dweller. Go on.
All offense to Van Dweller. And his chicken sandwich talk over at CTWC, and we're underway up top as well. Hydrant is so calm. He's got the crossed legs, controller in his lap. Not a lot of emotion. Very, very calm. Asta looks very focused.
Yeah, Asta's been razor focused all day. I haven't seen a whole lot of emotion from him. He's really showing it in his chart play too.
And a perfect game so far. Although Hydrant's playing a little high early. I don't know. Okay, he's gonna get a burn and get a Tetris early. It's like he had been playing for a while. I don't know how much warm-ups these players from the first portion of our broadcasts, how much they were playing in the off hours.
Mm-hmm.
There's that 2-hour gap there. I don't know how much you want to keep warm, but you definitely don't want to play those 2 hours either. So it's a real weird strategy situation.
Yeah, and I think Hydrant seeing Asta playing as Alan probably knows what he's up against and knows he needs to play his A game, because Asta was bringing it.
Hydrant's waiting for that L. He doesn't get it. He's going to get burned, and this is going to give Asta a chance to widen his lead. It's currently at he's got a 119,000 score and an 18,000 point lead. And Hydrant has taken the lead back with a Tetris. So back and forth up top.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom, we are neck and neck. 4,000 point difference between the two players. So Matt getting a Tetris, getting that long bar adjustment because he knew it was coming. He was able to create a situation where he can immediately fill it in. You normally don't want to do that. Relying on long bars is bad strats. Look at Ian going. Is he talking or is he singing? Oh, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, he's jamming over there.
Yeah. I love music and playing. Like that's what I was kind of wondering. Like a lot of these players, were they going to treat this any differently than their home setup when they're jamming out the music or talking in a Discord chat or whatever? Go Ian, love it.
I've thought about that because most of my practice I usually have music going on, but I never really do listen to music when I'm doing like actual matches, so maybe I should learn from Ian here.
And hey, no threat from Twitch to pull our thing, so you keep jamming, Ian. Give everybody your playlist if you like. Get the winner's playlist. Uh-oh, Asta's in trouble. He isn't going to be able to burn that line, so he's got to get a line piece, and even that's only going to pick out 2 lines.
He's finding some safe burns.
That's going to be crazy.
Nice.
But that's only going to take him down 2, so that's going to make it manageable.
I thought he was set up dirty there.
Hydrant's up 14,000, and he's up 2 lines. He's going to get a Tetris to take a 36,000 point lead. So both players are under controlled forest burns. You know, you're avoiding the forest fire. But you don't like to see the fire. You want to put that out. Nice line spin by Asta. 10 years after Ecstasy of Order, that's still the coolest move in the game. I don't care.
Alright, so Hydrant, yeah, as you were saying, is kind of getting a more significant lead, 72,000 for Hydrant Dude in the lead, and then on the bottom we got Matt with about a Tetris lead, so pretty close game on the bottom considering it's over. We're already at the 100 line mark.
Yep. All games heading to transition. And like I said early in the broadcast, the last CTM I watched, they were so hyped, like all these 1.2 quals, all these 1.1 quals. And then you get to the main event, and there were 37,000 point top outs. It was the players were too aggressive. So I'm glad that, for the most part, the scores have been really good. Like, people have dialed it back just enough to make all the games competitive and long. And maybe you're not seeing million-point games like we're used to seeing in CTM, but I think the quality of play of this CTWC versus last year's CTWC is a big improvement, and it does show the leap forward in gameplay for the entire community.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to exponentially continue that route. Just more and more people that are joining the community are going to let other people know, and give it a year or so. I think even next year we might have, if it's online again, I think we'll have all max outs. Ideally, we hope it's not all online, but we'll see how that goes.
I love the online calls. They were so much fun. It's just, and it would give for more time for Saturday and Sunday for an expanded bracket. But if you don't encourage people to just kind of like give them a chance to show up and show their stuff off with a one-off, it kind of loses a little bit of its magic. So I hope we can find a nice hybrid solution. But let's get over the pandemic. Let's just enjoy this year for what it is. Mm-hmm. We're in the young players' turf this year, and it's showing so far with a lot of our veterans getting knocked out. But Matt's putting up a good show so far. He's a vet, even though it was only 1 year. But that's worse than dog years.
Yep.
1 year makes you a vet in CTWC years. And no kid cameos so far in this match for Matt. No. Asta's transitioned a little high. He's down 92,000 at 450,000. Hydrant's playing great. You wouldn't think he's a 62 seed by the way he's playing right now.
Exactly, yeah, and he's maintaining pretty close to a 100,000 point lead. We'll see if he can keep that going into transition. And bottom game is still pretty close. 73,000 point lead for Ian on level 22 for him.
Matt is under control. He's got one piece of garbage to deal with. Ian has got a nice sloping board. Not a good place to put a Smash Boy, but he figured it out. Got it to the well. And Ian's going to get a Tetris to expand his lead to 70,000 points at 172 lines. So Matt, with his press down style, had to take a triple there. But he's keeping it low. Matt could have taken a risk there and gone for a Tetris and build up a little bit more. But again, with all this runway between now and 230 lines, Ian can make a mistake, and Matt wants to be able to take advantage of that. So he's going to play the behind position. He's down 120,000 points as I was babbling on.
Ooh, Matt, dirty Tetris.
Love it. Great stuff. Ian's a little slopey. He's going to have some safe burns, but he's got 90,000 point lead still. Matt's got some issues. Will he be able to get a line piece to the right? That's right at that borderline. He's going to burn it down with a regular piece.
He needs to get something to fill out the left nicely, and those are the worst pieces to do it. And he's going to top out. Be it.
So with a 646, Matt tops out.
Ian's going to top out anyways, but he's still in the lead.
The playlists worked, man.
Meanwhile, up top, we have a pretty close game. They have been trading leads, but Hydrant's starting to run away with it after Asta having to take those birds on level 23 and 24.
So Asta's ahead by 116,000. It's roughly a 30,000 points per Tetris in the middle 20s.
Or Hydrant's ahead.
So that's about Hydrant, sorry. And so that's about a 2.5 Tetris lead for Hydrant right now. And he's going to get another one. And Astra's got a couple of spots on his board. He's not going to be able to get any Tetrises out of those, so he's going to have a multi-line solve situation. And that's not where you want to be with only 23 lines go until kill screen. So here's a dirty Tetris situation. He has to cover it up. I was about to say he had it forming there. Asta's going to mean a miracle, I think, for this one. Although Hydrant's in trouble too.
Yeah, actually, and Asta had a nice dirty Tetris.
This is possible. If Asta plays perfect, he has a chance. He's going to set up the column 9 Tetris. If he gets the piece...
Oh, man. 3
Tetrises and might be able to do it. Oh, he only gets a triple there.
Oh, he can't get to the left either.
Hydrant tops out at 829, and Asta's going to have a 743. Oh!
Close.
The opportunity was there, but RNG just didn't work out. You got dependent on the situation, and that's what you want to do, though. You survived until that last part, and then you let it all hang out and take the risk. Because what's the point? You're going to lose anyway. 27-28 is where you force yourself to get a Tetris if you have to. You don't bother with the burn. The decision's already made for you. Game's over anyway. And that's what both players had. And well-played game for game one.
Yeah, absolutely. Asta looking poised to hopefully take a game off of Hydrant Dude here. Hopefully they can take it to the end like they have been.
Matt with that center well set up and a Z column in the middle. He needs a line piece now.
Oh, covers as well.
He's maintaining. Oh, and he's one piece too late. Ugh. But he's down. He's a two white piece can get this open. He's just getting Z's and T's and squares.
No.
Oh no! And Ian looking like garbage too, but he's going to take the win with 35,000.
That's got to be a relief after because Ian didn't have a very good start either.
Oh, take a quick break, guys. Get a little water in you. Change the playlist up. Matt's like, what, me? Get the flip the ratio. The cough. There's okay. The PBR this time.
Same thing as water.
But sorry to brand replicate. Just the domestic affordable brew. So off we go up top. Game 2. Hydrant with the interesting build. He's gonna play it safe and burn down that double. Just a weird game for Hydrant, but he's got a 1-0 lead. Asta's looking perfect so far. 40,000 point lead, 17 lines. Tetris for Asta. With as perfect of a board as you could ever hope for. Hydrant with the center well Tetris. And a well transfer, although he's dependent there in column 3. So the decision is he's going to stay dependent.
Yeah.
Going to need 2 lines.
He could have filled that out on the right, but you know what? It's going to pay off this way as well, fortunately. Gets the right pieces.
Yep. And that's when you can... You're not maybe late enough in the game, but maybe you can also tell early if you've got a lines to least game or a lines to most game. And if it's a lines to most game, maybe you assume that ratio will maintain for the rest of your game and maybe take that risk for the 2 line pieces. I don't know. It's a thought. Asta's covered up.
Yeah.
Alternating burn shelves.
Unfortunately, I had to stack that T-piece covering an open way to burn to get back to the right, but manages just fine and is at a better board state to burn on the right now.
19,000 point lead early. 41,000 point lead for Asta now at 49 lines. Hydrant looking good though, so that's all you want. Matt doing okay to start. A lot better than his last game. 81,000 through 23. Tetris for Matt. Good old mattress.
Ian, it looks like he's singing quite loudly. I don't know if he's actually singing or what, but he's feeling it. Doing.
I love it.
Yeah, close game on the bottom.
That's a big. What a fire Tetris there for me, and awesome. I'm enjoying it. Just a little hand wave. He's down 139 points, so we got the next out again. Ian up 2 games to nothing on Matt, trying to knock the old man out. Asta on top gets the L spin.
Yeah, Asta just all day showing. He opts for those spins. He tries to set up for them because he confidently hits them. I don't think I've really even seen him miss a spin after all the setups.
I mean, compared to Ian dancing around, Asta is a complete stone-faced monk.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate both because Asta, you can tell, is like razor focused. Yeah. But so is Ian in a different way.
Whatever it takes. Yeah. And then Hydrant, he got a little head bob there. He's liking his game. Hydrant's down 47,000 at 82 lines, so he's down about not quite 2 Tetrises. Actually, more than 2. See, I think 22,800, and then my brain thinks 28,000. So then I go to 56. So this is because I have to help my daughter with Common Core math. This is what happens to my brain.
Yeah, but both matches are pretty close.
Matt up high gets the Tetris to burn him back down a bit. He's down 40,000 points at 75 lines. He's under control again. Ian's going to fill in that gap with his L.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Asta taking the burn. Let's get back to the right. Matt has the Tetris, but it has one row on the bottom that he has to burn through to get
Hydrant
ready.
missed the spin. Didn't see much emotion. He's like, of course I missed it. Doesn't even phase him. He's going to get a one-line solve, and he's going to be rewarded with a Tetris, and we are back to neck and neck virtual tie game.
Mm-hmm.
Asta's up high, needs that J to fill in, and then a squirrel fill in. So good RNG. I mean, I hate blaming games, good games and bad games, on good RNG, bad RNG, but let's call it out when it's good. I like to call it out when it's good. Call it out when it's bad. Call it out when it's.
Yeah, we don't want to, because there is obviously skill in play. It's not purely RNG, but sometimes it's pretty obvious if it is bad. I usually call out bad RNG if it's like, oh, you just got 6 squares in a row. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
No. It's the beauty of the game. Beauty of this version of this game.
Asta transitions with about 430,000. So Hydrant's looking to transition high 400s. Or even to 500 if he gets another Tetris.
Yep, it's a Tetris here. He'll be a 500 transition, which is borderline max out pace, 58% Tetris rate.
Mm-hmm.
Matt got the column 3, and he had to cover up right before line. Gets the Tetris with the clever burn. But he is down 106,000 in his elimination game. He's going to have to turn on the Jets.
Absolutely.
Forget safe play. Take the risk. Oh, and he hangs an Z on... Oh. I couldn't even tell you the pizza. That was such an ugly hang.
Let's see if he can tuck something in there. Doable. You can get a T or... Oh, that works.
It looks like an 8-bit starburst. Just a diamond in every direction.
Alright, Matt transitions at 391k. A little on the low side, but we'll see if maybe Ian will make some mistakes post-transition so that Matt can get caught up.
Yeah, that's going to be his only hope, is to make Ian go suffer. And the way Ian's dancing, he ain't suffering. Up top, we are at 160 lines and less than a half a Tetris difference between the two players. Asta's playing a little faster. He's ahead by about 8 lines, but he's down a Tetris. So Hydrant has a little more runway. He has the 1-0 lead. Mm-hmm. You got to feel good, but one missed drop, that flips over instantly. Hydrant's like shaking around with the game. So I'm not sure who I want to pay more attention to, because Matt's on the verge of elimination. He's got to turn it all the way on now.
Right. Yeah. Crazy games on both sides here, but Matt really is on the verge of the end of his CTWC run. He is down by quite a bit. He's going to have to keep up the scoring and maybe hope that Ian makes some mistakes at the same time.
So Ian's in bird mode now, so he's going to have to fill in that gap somewhere. Okay, he's still not Tetris ready. He can open up the door slightly for Matt.
Very close game up top. There's as well.
One.
Hydrant only up by about a Tetris and some change considering its higher levels.
Yep, about roughly 30,000 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Matt is now down way too much. He's got a Tetris out, and Ian's got a top out if there's any hope for this. Look at this, 9,200 point deficit up top.
Oh, Matt in trouble. He can't get the eye over, and Matt is out. Ian moves on. Good games,
Special
Matt.
Delivery for Ian.
Yep.
It's been a blast watching Matt this year. We get the pad messaging, but we got to go back up top because Asta is at level 28. He's got a 53,000 point lead with 2 lines. He's got 1 line to burn. He's going to have to build a dirty Tetris if he wants to extend this lead. He's going to go triple. He's going to end with an 839.
This is very doable for Hydrant. Let's see what happens.
He's got 2 Tetrises. He's got 8 lines of runway. How is he going to uncover? Okay, there's one. But now he's going to need a tuck.
He's got the tuck.
Got the L tuck. He's got.
It's just the
2
piece.
lines to burn. It's open there.
It's one
Tetris, 1 line to burn. He cannot burn anymore.
Unless he goes for a kill screen.
He's got to get that line.
Oh no! He covered the well.
He covered the well. He doesn't get it.
The drought. at the most important point of the game, and Asta takes a point.
17,800 point difference. It was right there. He waited to the very last line, and he had a 21-piece drought to end it. You know what I was saying about RNG earlier, about good RNG? FRNG right there.
Right. Yeah. He was patient. He even took the extra burn he had to do. The only way he could have been more patient, I suppose, is like taking some burns into kill screen, but that is so risky.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's a roughly 1,000 points per single line at that point. So getting 17 lines in kill screen with that setup, maybe he would have gotten with that center wellish sort of formation. I couldn't see him sustaining that. Like, that 29 play only really works with a super flat board at the bottom.
Thumbs up and a wave goodbye from Matt as we switch to this full game view. GG's Matt. Thanks for joining us and bringing us some great games in this totally stacked top 64. So, yeah. And Ian does move on.
Hydrant's got to be happy with this game, though. He's a 62 seed. He's not supposed to be here today. He's full Kevin Smith, but he's here. He's got a best 2 or 3 situation to go on, and let's see what happens. He just he topped out the very last second and nearly took game 2. So awesome game so far. Highlight of my day for sure. And back to the casual 18 speed.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Let's take a break.
This looks so easy, and when I try to play this, I'm panicked beyond belief.
Yeah, it's just misleading after, playing some 19, I suppose, or watching 19. But
we'll get there. Just these players don't pull anything crazy. Let's play it out. Your only motivation to end early is to get me off the microphone. Other than that, play for your life. Keep going.
We just see them both top out instantly.
Yes, Puppy. That was 3-0, Puppy. Pumpy, the stats man, he was huge during qualifiers, and he's huge with the bracket play. We appreciate it. Ooh, he hung up that T hydrant. You get a little too relaxed with this. You think it's easy.
Oh no!
Oh man, no! Get it over. Oh no! Asta gets a gimme.
It spiraled out of control so quickly.
Ugh. Asta can go ahead and top out. I don't need to take a deep breath.
You have that. We had the kill screen game down to the wire, and then just the
that's what happens. Can we move Hydrant's camera over a little bit?
Oh, good call. Thank you.
Maybe Asta's too as well.
See these players. Awesome. They wanted to hide behind the grid, but not going to happen.
They were embarrassed for that game. They hid behind the gameplay. Yeah, thank goodness this is best 3 of 5. You don't want to end. That would have been the worst decider ever. So, Hydrant's playing for his tournament life here.
The chat says there must have been a roach in the room. There was one game in CTM, it was last month, I'm not sure if you're familiar, Chris Bidwell, but there was a cockroach in Hydrant Dude's room, and it caused him to have some issues in his game. It spooked him or something.
That's fairly common. I think Jonas gets those occasionally too in Southern Cal. So it's memeable.
Especially if it's one of the a lot of the SoCal houses have the open vibe because of how the weather is down there. So bungalow vibes.
Off early we go. Asta has the 1 Tetris lead. Back to tie game. Both boards are clean. Asta does have the dependency he's about to fill in. Little awkward build. Asta's going to handle it though. See, I love the micro adjustment. See, he saw the line piece coming, he moved the square over 1 and filled in the immediate hole with the line piece.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Tristop's mother. Yeah, she came in the camera earlier today.
Oh, I think I missed that.
That was. I don't think we actually saw. We saw an arm in a laundry basket. I love the cam. Oh man, Ass is in trouble already. Okay, he's gonna fill it in. Wow, 4-line burn, and I just all opened up instantly. I love the creativity of these players.
Mm-hmm.
I see trouble. I'm just imagining myself. Like, that's how most people watch this. is it's slow enough that they can say, "Oh, I would put this piece there. I would put this piece there." But when it's something different and it all solves up, you just go, "Wow!" You just have that moment.
Yeah, Hydrant Dude is known for a little bit of foresight in his burns and is able to look ahead a bit, and it almost looks unorthodox at times. But as we saw from Asta, Asta is also very creative, so it's a pretty, we'll call it the creative matchup here, I guess, or however you want to put it.
It's been a good match, and I don't want to root, but I do hope to see another decider here. But if Asta pulls it out, make him earn it. So Hydrant's maybe going to set up a dirty Tetris here. Nope, he's going to burn. He's still waiting. That line dependency, he's at a 16 drought there, and then when he finally got the piece, it was pretty useless. He's finally going to uncover it, and he's going to be rewarded with a Tetris. He's down 20,000 points at 58 lines. Both players playing at the exact same pace. And then you see the classic useless line piece pushed all the way to the left. So that's the CTWC version of a hold chamber. Get it over to the left where it's with anybody.
Yeah.
If you can tap it, get it over there.
Right. Spam left is a good motto for having a strong level 18 or 19 in general, just so that you can burn appropriately.
Spam left would be a great t-shirt. Somebody get on that.
Ooh.
Asta looking great. He's up 41,000 points, up back to 19,000. So very close game. We're not going to see a stinker here. That's after that last one. Both players have to feel a little bit better about getting off that terrible last game.
So
that was like my
ooh.
Asta's in trouble. Gets the fortunate get the eye dependency, but now
okay.
Dependency on the right to get it over. You got it.
There's still some errors up here. Like mechanically, it's very tough.
Ooh, got it. That eye to the left.
Okay. I was wondering if it could go dirty there.
I tried to play that flat. I thought he was going to open that up, but looks like he's about to solve. Hydrant's got his own cheese problem, so the positioning of the two scores hasn't changed much while both players are dealing with trash situations.
Right.
We're at 90 lines, so there's still a good 40-line runway before transition. Their boards are, you have to think about it. If you completely fill up your board with blocks, that's about 20 lines. So you have to completely recycle your board every 20 lines.
Asta just showed some quick tap speed, and I'm really enjoying the tuck setups from Asta.
Somebody's trying to challenge. Oh, chat. Hydrant working on a 21-piece drought. He's going to clear it well. He is down 380 points at 109 lines. Neck and neck. Did you see that Asta actually wiped his brow?
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw him outside of his range of motion this entire day.
He's wiping some sweat
the
off.
Pressure's getting to him. Yeah. I know.
Like to see it.
He is not a robot, folks. And Hydrant chair. I gotta get that chair, dude. That looks like the most comfortable chair ever.
It does look pretty comfy, actually. My chair right now is not very comfortable, so a little envious. I have kind of the Asta chair going on right now. But
ooh, that's some cut-off circulation in your bum there. Asta just took the one Tetris lead into transition. He's up 24,000 points. Hydrant is about to get a Tetris. He's at 128 lines, so Asta's kind of picked up the pace a bit. He is ahead in lines and in pace. Transition for Hydrant. Perfect board.
Both players with a great board.
Oh, well, both players until Asta with a little high.
Okay. Oh, I like the tuck decision, but
I know I would have filled in that gap, but it works out.
Yeah.
A nice split. Wow.
Well done by Asta there.
Asta's a baller.
Barely ahead of Hydrant, dude.
Oh, the line. See the line garbage to the left.
Yeah.
He left that eye dependency over far. I don't know can he get it over.
Okay.
He's not gonna try it.
He was patient. Oh,
and he missed it.
This will be a test.
The moment is coming. This is going to be. Can he get it over?
He's going to go horizontal and hope for. Yeah, he needed that L piece to bring it down a little bit, but
So Hydrant needs 240 points. This is not over. Do not beta strap
There we
this.
go.
Okay, there it is.
If he didn't get a line, that would have been tragic.
That would have been, yeah.
All right, you know what that means. I feel like we keep saying it. It's November 1st.
Time today.
Yep. It's time for some cider. Maybe of the D variant. Some D cider. Between Asta and Hydrant. It's going to be a great match.
I am psyched, and I'm glad I don't have to announce the last half because my voice is, I'm starting to feel it. I got a little carried away in that crazy game 3. Game 2, sorry. Game 3 was the bad game. I did not get crazy for that one. But here we go. Game 5. Last decider of the day for me. Keep watching both Classic Tetris channels.
Let's bring it. Let's see what you guys got.
Let's see if we can get some 62 to continue. That's got to be, well, that's obviously a record because we've never had a 60-second seed before. So everything's a first for these 60-second seeds.
Personally, I'm hoping our 64 seed ends up winning the tournament, if you're familiar with the one and only Moodoos.
Oh, God, that's going to be next weekend. Everybody's least favorite Australian. He's probably in chat saying something snarky right now, but Ike's saying that he's believing somebody is going from the USA is going to win this bracket. You would be correct, because this was an all-American ground beef bracket today. So Asta playing a little risky up high. He's got it under control. Hydrant's going to be Tetris ready. He's already up 24,000 early.
Asta actually in a tricky situation.
Yeah, this is okay. All right, let's pay attention. Let's stop being funny. Let's get real. Hydrant is the favorite by ELO with a 61% chance. That's interesting. So he must have had a subpar call round for his own standard. Thank you, Pumpy.
Yeah, I was hinting at that earlier. I think I remember watching Hydrant Dude, and his qual was a little bit under what we expected of him. So in versus, he usually brings it. Like as we see today, he's toe-to-toe with a lot of these great players, and with Asta right in front of us. Asta is more of a newcomer in my eyes, and maybe some others, but Asta is looking so good today, bringing it 2-2 against Hydrant, who is a titan of online Tetris. So let's see how this game ends up. It's probably going to go down to the wire.
Hopefully. Give it one more good run today for me. Laser Monkey's in chat. Everybody's favorite cuber / Tetris player. Early on, Asta playing one high, under control. He's only down 19,000 points. Way too early to panic. Maybe even play dirty or center well at this point. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what he does. He's going to burn. Hydrant is Tetris ready, and with that Tetris, he's going to take a 60,000 point lead at 56 lines. That's a little more than 2 Tetrises. Well, 2.5. Again, at 28,000, 22,000.
Right.
God, my brain.
I got an unconfirmed rumor here from Adam and the producer in my ear that Hydrant Dude, his Goofy Foot controller broke and he used a different style for qualifiers, so maybe that came into play?
Oh, it's a little Cheesy Fish situation. Because Cheesy Fish could not get his hand into the camera, so he's playing like up against his chest, and he played like garbage up until like his last 15-20 minutes, and he got a max of a 900 kicker.
Oh, is that why he was doing that? I thought it was just like a weird grip. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know it was the camera.
I'm assuming, because I was his judge, and I was like, hey, maybe get a pillow to get your hand in the camera, and he just did that instead, because who listens to Bidwell? Don't listen to Bidwell, that's bad strats. So he was right in that fact, and he got in, and, you know, maybe he's a character, so I'm glad he got in the way he got in, and we're going to see him, I believe, next weekend. He's not playing today, is he?
Cheesefish, I'm not sure when he plays.
I did not check the other brackets, so...
Anyways, Hydrant is...
So where were you here?
Yeah, he's got a decent lead here, 61,000. Asta's set up for Tetris and closes the gap ever so slightly, so about a 2 Tetris lead for Hydrant Dude.
Hydrant again with the Tetris, perfect well build. I gotta come up with like a good, not me personally, but there needs to be a good term for Tetris ready, because that's 4 syllables. That's
True.
4 syllables is a lot of real estate in Tetris commentary, because
You can say TR.
you need like a 1 or 2 syllable word.
TR is the
Scoring
lazy
position,
way
but
to say
that's
it.
TR, okay.
Hydrant Dude is TR.
Treddy.
Yeah.
TR.
Oh, Treddy. I kind of like that.
But like Dirty Tetris works so well because you know what it is just from its description. Whereas TR, people are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work we can do creatively, and we'll think about it. So Asta is down 87,000 points at 110 lines. So we're getting to transition period. You're going to recycle this whole board before transition. Looking great, both players. So level 19 play is going to determine this decider, which is exactly what everybody's here to see. How crazy will we finish? Will we get the kill screens? Will somebody pull a hanger-ring? Let's see what happens.
Asta was Treddy and hit the Tetris. How'd that look? Did that work?
Treddy?
Was it too cheesy?
A little bit, but it's hard to tell. I'd say we don't decide these things. It's if chat loves it, we'll go with it. Tetris for Hydrant up 85,000 at 128, so he's got a tremendous transition score here. He is on max out pace with a 65% Tetris rate. Asta has transition at 55%, but you never know how these are going to finish. Both players looking great. Asta playing a little aggressively. He could have taken a burn, but decided not to.
Well, playing aggressively now isn't a bad idea to close this gap earlier than later so that, it doesn't come down to that last 3 levels where you are really pushed to do it. So maybe Asta is aware.
So that T-piece could have made him Tetris ready. Decided against it. That was 25 pieces ago. See, that's the problem. You try to analyze a move, and it's out of everybody's sight and mind. It's just this game is too crazy to effectively analyze in real time. But look at Hydrant's opened up 126,000 point lead, so that's huge now. Hydrant's gonna have to make a mistake if Asta's gonna have a chance. But you never know. We got 70 lines to go.
Yeah, Asta was really good, really close to some dirty Tetris scenarios, but probably just wanting to play it safe. So taking the risk of not going for him at this point, because Asta is behind by 144,000. So that's nothing to...
It's down to 117, 30,000 points per Tetris roughly right now, so it's 4 Tetrises. Both players are clean. Hydrant now cleaning up a little bit. Now he's slightly dependent. Asta narrows it to 90,000. Hydrant having to waste a long bar. Burns a bit, takes the safe play. He's back to 120. Asta's going a double tuck. He's doing great. Takes a 1-line burn there. Staying aggressive. Tetris for Asta. 91,000 point deficit. 3 Tetrises. Less than 3 Tetrises now. They were in the later 20s levels. These will progress to 34,000 at the...
It's coming down to the wire. He can't get over it,
but now he's still in trouble. And he's going to
Hydrant
top
takes
out
it.
at 684. Hydrant, the number 62 seed, advances in the second chance bracket.
Wow.
With an 877, and he could get 1 million points here. Maybe let's Ben Mullen this. This is the last match before break.
Yeah, go out the bang.
Go ahead and show off. Let's go.
So, anyways, great games to Asta. Honestly, really, I enjoyed the stacking methods and what was really bringing consistent play today. So, put up a great match against Hydrant and in the winner's bracket as well against who knocked him? 2 losers, I forget. But yeah, looking great all day.
All right, two Tetrises will put him over. There's one. Oh boy, he's gonna have to stack high. Okay, he brought it down. Right. He's got 3 lines to give. Okay. All right. 1 line to go. Is he gonna get it? Dramatic flare.
No, it's not going to happen.
Dramatic
not going to happen.
Is it not going to happen?
What do we
Triple.
expect? Oh, he takes it with the triple.
Oh! Wow. That. Has anybody ever gotten 1 million on the dot and topped out? That's the closest I've ever seen.
I think there's been a few.